said what?
Oh, no, it's gonna send me a notification when you go live anyway.
I already am live, man. Talk to me.
Oh, it ain't send me no notification.
Yo, I cannot lose to these niggas, man.
Huh?
Cannot lose to these niggas. Shot you, fuck it. Yo, I'm spinning that. Word, bro.
Don't say nothing about nobody going live.
Oh.
I'm the coach. You're
You're
locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders.
So you about to what?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our...
Yo, but... These niggas, bro. Score every time they get the ball.
Thompson now on 1st and 10. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down,
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Yo. They already got 14, man. It's still hard, like.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 1st down. Thompson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Nigga, juke right into the tackle.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I think he's hot. I'm gonna give him another try.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Martin.
Why is he juking like
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Thompson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are back within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the...
Yo, why is they... I told them I don't want to say play, but they always scoring over every time.
On 1st and 10, Thompson going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill.
Oh, I missed the tackle.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score.
I can't take another L. I'm not going to be able to make the playoffs. No, bro, this is, whatchamacallit?
To throw is Thompson. Throwing after the interception. Flushed out right.
I still got him.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Brian Grant, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Nah, I'm tough.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So what?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like we're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Yo, bro.
They face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Thompson operating from the gun. And the Chiefs are going to get...
Nah. I need my rematch. I need my rematch. Like, stop. Like, I need my rematch. Yo, I need to get my jersey. I need to get my jersey in the camera, cause that shit be fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Hell no, I can't even win on All Pro. Yeah, no, it was not, my nigga. Like, I'm not about to put this on all Madden, bro. Matter of fact. Alright, I put it on automatic. If I get this done, that's crazy. I'm about to really go ball. Like, I'm airing it out. I'm airing it out, bro. He like.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs.
First play. High low, bro. High low to safety. Check. Lucky. High low is what I'm talking about. I need slants, bro. I want something, bro.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Offense.
I thought I had more time.
And that'll set him back 5.
Yeah, I was trying to look for a play. Yeah, I was trying to look for a play. Yeah. Chill.
Now Thompson from the
X-O.
gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine some nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not doing it, man. Sorry. Can't do it. Nah. I'm not all mad and nice. Like, for me? Nah, man. Why could we be slow as hell? I'm going. Yeah. Yo, you wouldn't even be able to survive on All Pro, like. No, you wouldn't. Bro. My record right now is 6-5, bro. My record 6-5. Yo, I gotta put my jersey in the camera, right? See my jersey? That's it, man. Work though, like.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, my shit fell, bro.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And 1-2, dude. Put it on tight. Push this shit. Oh, my quarterback trash. I'm not really that nice here.
Here's Thompson throwing on first down. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The first carry now for Doug Martin.
This nigga always
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Thompson now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Throwing again. Thompson. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
All right, they got the field goal. They got the field goal.
first down. Thompson. And the
That's
Chiefs are going to get him. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Thompson. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yo, I'm gonna let this nigga run the ball, bro. Watch this nigga do some dumb shit, bro. I hope he don't do no dumb shit, like.
They'll run it. Here's Martin.
Right.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect if they're so efficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it's starting in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He always fumbling, though. It was games I had to really, like, come back because of him, bro. Like.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Thompson. Operating from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes and down he goes. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I could have run that play because they was in cover.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Thompson from the gun, he'll throw. That will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey.
I bet they score.
Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Flushed out right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Think so?
Now Thompson on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying out of...
And now loose football.
I don't understand how he get booked for these bands.
Press start. Yeah, that's what it was.
I press start.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he may...
Can't, man. Can't win. This thing's about to take off.
Here's Thompson. A final shot before break. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call.
Hold up.
Or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime.
Untimed play, what?
A final shot before break. Thompson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end.
I bet. Nah, they be giving me opportunities to come back. I can trust the running back. See, I don't.
Thompson now. Throwing on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Griffin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again, Thompson steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
To throw is Thompson on first down. Going for it all. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. Thompson on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, Thompson. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. 2nd and 15. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Third down, it's Doug Martin. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Looking to throw. Thompson. And it's pulled in by Nelson. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver.
Let's go. Scoring. Fuck that. Scoring, man. Fuck this scoring. Here we go. Scoring. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Thompson throwing on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Over the middle here to Brown. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Thompson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Thompson now operating from the gun. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
We here, buddy. These niggas better not score. I knew that this was going to happen, man. I knew this was... Yo, I knew this was going to happen, bro. I knew they was going to score, like...
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front.
What? I mean, OT. I did. I don't know why they do that dumb shit, bro. Nah, they really doing this. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
To throw is Thompson on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go.
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Tell him to put that on the tape. Tell him to put that on the tape. Tell him... Yeah. Tell him to put that thing on the tape, you. Thanks. Tell him to put that on the tape. Let's go. That's highlight. That's #1 on ESPN, man.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game.
Richard Sherm.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were.
That was tough.
I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend.
Comeback was tough, man.
Cause I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
You trash though, bro. Put that nose up. Took you 10 times to beat them boys. They get the respect here. Ain't that? Nigga, real life though.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 stripes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. They wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out 1 for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life.
Let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Nah, don't even do it to yourself, bro. You don't be a kid. Let me hear you about That shit
ballin'. Let me click over real quick. Then let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stretch. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. From man, when it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like, that's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch.
57 sacks, bro.
They say you switch and you won't get it. You never came from the bottom and now we is lit. You is lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous? They elevated. You know I'm racing in Vegas. This for the haters. I make a lot of new money. My favorite. You liking my flavor? I think it's done.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her